So for the last, I don't know, 8, 10 years, there's been a huge push by the body positivity movement to not shame women and not be negative towards other people's air quotes body types. But where am I getting with all this? Well, we've seen it in gaming where they absolutely make women ridiculously ugly, fat, frumpy old piles of fucking bags and tell us, no, these women are beautiful. When in all reality, they're absolutely not. But a recent game that is in development got targeted by that's not a realistic body type, only to get fucking dunked on when they figured out that it was just a 3D scan of women who exist. That's right. We're going to talk about Stellar Blade and the fat mads that are both fat and mad. But first, we're going to watch what they released of the character and how they came up with the character. I know you dudes are gonna love it. And before anybody says I'm exaggerating, and nobody's actually saying that, let's take a peek at what some very prominent streamers were saying about the game.
The one thing I know, you were talking about the character from a bygone era. I do think the character model was actually like very distracting in not a good way, because like with the camera angles chosen, it just felt like this game seems like a game that came out in like 002 in terms of its, like character design. It's like a bit.
Who the fuck says 002? 2002, 02. What the fuck is 002? Fucking weirdo.
Old and not flattering, I don't think, for a modern audience. In comparison to something like
fuck modern audiences.
Forspoken, which has, yes, it has a much more realistic looking character designs. It's not these hyper proportioned something or another's, but it also seemed
hyper proportioned.
I don't know, a bit more.
Hold on. Oh. So if you're not a new follower to the channel, you know I've been a huge proponent of leaving the fucking country to find better women who aren't indoctrinated by feminism. And when I did leave over there for almost 3 weeks, oh my god, that is almost the standard body type of this character. It is only in the West that they are fat and tell us we can't call them fat and they need to lose weight. Now, granted, that's not all of them. There are some that are rather large, but even the large ones are still smaller than the average in the United States.
Grounded in a way that I found much more appealing than for that.
And he goes on to talk about Forspoken. He's talking about this one right here. Yeah. The game that utterly destroyed a game studio whose characters were utterly hideous. And not only did they destroy the character, they took someone who was mildly attractive that they modeled it after and made it fucking ugly. And we've seen them do this with numerous games, not just this one, not just Forspoken. A lot of games. We're seeing it with the new Fable, where it's a self-inserted transgender person. We saw it with what the fucking Horizon, something Horizon. I don't know. I never got cared about the series. I thought it was stupid. Or it's a female character who fights weird mech animals. Yeah, where they had to make her fat and ugly because, body positivity power. Here's another video I stumbled on talking about this topic. Looks like they just made theirs yesterday. I'm not stealing your shit. I just think it's worth talking about. But here, you can see the comparison of all the characters that they've made, where they've made them fucking ugly and fat. This isn't some weird conspiracy theory. This is what's actually happening to games. That's why all these game companies are absolutely failing, and people are flocking to other countries' media. We've seen huge explosions in how many people are watching anime and reading manga. We've seen all these fucking game companies. We've seen all these game companies that are putting out these garbage games get utterly destroyed in reviews by Steam, where the companies are absolutely failing and shutting the doors when they've been open for a very, very long time. I mean, one of my favorite ones to laugh about is Hyenas, which, if you don't know, It was literally a game studio making a feminist battle royale game. And that was so bad, they couldn't even release it because everybody was making fun of how bad it was just from the promo material. Where Creative Assembly stepped in and was like, yeah, we're just going to shut down this entire studio. You guys are done. Hundreds of millions of dollars. Just getting pissed down the drain for activism. But they want to rage about how Stellar Blade has an unrealistic female body type. Let me just pull up this tweet before I do the outro to this video for all you chads out there. So yeah, this is the unrealistic body type that Western media says doesn't exist. Well, I can tell you it absolutely does. It just doesn't exist in your fat, weird circles. But guys, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments section. While you're there, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this one out. But until the next one, guys, be easy like sleazy.